If you have a list of values, maybe something like this, there are also some options where you can test membership, access indices of values, etc. And these can be time savers because with just a few characters, you can implement an access that would otherwise take several lines of code for you to implement. So for example, I might want to know if the number 9 is present in my list. So that's true, 9 is in my list. For comparison purposes, 7 is not in my list, so I can always test membership of items in a list. If I was interested in the index position of a value that's in my list, I can get that back by asking for the index. So the value 13 is at index position 2. Let's see what happens if we try to find the index position for something that doesn't exist. We'll get a value error, and it's saying that 14 is not in the list, so it can't provide the index number for that particular value. What happens if we have multiple values in the list? So if I append 13, and now I up arrow to save some typing, and I want to get the index position of 13. Now it's saying 2 because it's only returning the first index position of the value 13 in the list. So if I was interested in the index positions of further occurrences of 13, I would have to be a little more complicated in terms of how I use a index, and I could either go online to get additional information about how to do that, or remember there's always the help command, and that's going to give us a little bit of information. And we could see here that we would use the start and stop to specify a range to get further occurrences of where the value 13 occurs in the list. There's also occasions where you may be interested in finding the minimum value in a list. So 4 is the minimum value in this case. And of course, you might guess that you can also find the maximum in a list, and that's correct. The maximum value in the list is 21.